Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when this video finds you. Coming into seated, easy meditation pose. Left foot comes in front of the hips, right foot comes in front of that left foot. Straightening out your spine. Palms come down onto your knees. Palms are facing the floor to receive that Mother Earth energy below it. Or if you would like to receive an increase of energy today, maybe your palms are facing the sky. Fingers come into a mudra position. Pointer finger and thumbs come to touch each other. Taking a deep inhale in, closing your eyes, rolling your shoulders up to your ears, rolling them back so they come to hug each other. Exhale. Remaining in stillness for just a moment. Controlling your breath, increasing the length of your inhales and your exhales. Just making sure that your exhales are longer than your inhales. Start to incorporate your Ujjayi ocean breath. So we're pretending that like we're fogging a mirror in front of us, but on our exhale, our lips are still closed. Let's see if our neighbor can hear our breath, hear that fogging of that imaginary mirror in front of us. Take one last round of an inhale and an exhale. Try to lengthen it as much as possible. Exhale. Remaining in stillness. Repeat to yourself, I am still, I am calm. A still body is a still mind, and a still body is a still mind. Still mind, still body, still body, still mind. Taking a deep inhale through your nose, joining me for one round of Om. Inhaling. Bringing your palms to heart center, bowing your forehead down. Namaste. The light within me sees the light within you. Bringing your palms out in front of you, with your palms facing the ceiling, the universe above you, receiving that pranayama energy, taking a deep inhale in for 1, 2, belly is expanding out, 3, 4, hold it for just a moment, repeating to yourself, full, complete, full of life force energy. Exhale out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the bottom. Repeat to yourself, empty, open to receiving life force energy from the universe, pranayama. Perfect. Inhaling in. Exhale out. Let's cartwheel our palms over to the front of our mat, coming into an extended child's pose. Big toes come to touch behind us, knees to the outer edges of our mat. Pushing our hips forward as we prepare, inhaling. And exhale, bringing your hips to touch your heels, extending your hands out in front of you, and forehead comes down onto the mat. Extended child's pose, taking a nice deep stretch here. Remembering your Ujjayi ocean breath. We'll take about 5 breaths here, closing your eyes. Looking forward to the front of your mat as we prepare, bringing your knees back to center and lifting your, coming to the bottoms of your toes, lifting up your hips, downward facing dog. Good. Wrists are, palms are about shoulder width apart from each other, feet are hip width apart from each other, toes are pointed to each other very slightly like a pigeon. Walking out your dog here will take about 5 breaths. Maybe your gaze looks to your belly button for a little bit of a deeper stretch. Good, that's about 3 breaths. We'll do 2 more. Looking forward to the front of your mat. Let's step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat, coming into halfway up Ardha Uttanasana, straightening out that spine. Exhale, forward bend, feeling that stretch in the glutes, hamstring here. Maybe your forehead reaches to your knees, maybe it doesn't. Inhale slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Receiving that energy from the universe. Exhale, palms to heart center, then coming to the sides of your body, Tadasana, mountain pose. Rolling the shoulders up to your ears, rolling them back so they come to hug each other, standing tall and strong, just like a mountain. Chin lifted, engaging every muscle in your body. Taking a deep inhale in, let's come into a sun salutation to warm up our body, increase that energy flow. Palms are up. Exhale, forward bend, slowly going down, going with the flow. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, framing your feet, coming down and stepping back to the back of your mats, plank pose. Chaturanga, modified is okay here if you need to place the knees down onto the mat. Exhaling when you go down. Inhale, upward facing dog or a cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. Walking out your dog here will take about 5 more breaths. Let's go ahead and bring our left foot to center. While we're in downward facing dog, let's open up our hips. So left foot to center, right foot comes up, 3-legged dog. If you'd like, maybe stacking your hips, right hip on top of that left hip through fire hydrant dog pose. And maybe if you would like to come into a full wild thing here, you're welcome to do so. And coming back to center, to downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and prepare to do the other side. So bringing that right foot to center. Let's go ahead and open up that other hip. Left leg comes up, three-legged dog on the left side. Maybe stack your hips, so left hip on top of that right hip. And then wild thing, if you would like to come into a full wild thing here. And coming back to center. Perfect. Taking another about 2 more breaths here, walking out that dog. Gaze is stuck to that belly button. Looking forward to the front of your mat. Stepping, hopping, or jumping to the front of your mat. Let's come into halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, coming down, forward bend. Inhale, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, starting to come up. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, hands to heart center, hands to the sides of your body. Let's go ahead and do that with some modifications, again, warming up that body. Inhale, arms come up. Let's go ahead and exhale. Try to reach up your arms just a centimeter more because you can. Inhale, let's kick out our right leg to the side, just slightly coming out. Exhale, bringing our right leg behind our left leg for a little bit of a side stretch here. Maybe your palms reach to your left side for a little bit of a stretch opener on the right side of our body. Gaze is stuck on our fingertips. Repeating to yourself, I am open. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, on your exhale, reaching up just a centimeter more because you can. Standing tall. Inhale, kicking out that left leg as we prepare. Exhale, left leg reaches behind the right leg and bending that right leg. Palms reach to the right side for a nice opener on the left side of our body. Gaze is on those fingertips. Inhale, coming back to center. Great job. Exhale, let's come into that imaginary seat right behind us as if we're going to sit in that chair behind us. Fierce pose, chair pose. Arms are staying up. Palms can either be together or not together, but let's bring our belly in to make sure our belly isn't arched. Look down to see if we can still see our toes right above our knees. Exhale, forward bend, straightening up those legs. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana as we prepare. Exhale, framing the feet, stepping back, plank pose as we prepare. Inhale, pushing the shoulders above the wrist. Exhale, Chaturanga, modified is okay here. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Opening up that heart center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Warming up that body. Left heel comes into a 45-degree angle. Stepping forward with your right foot out in front of you. Let's come into a warrior one on the right side of the body. Right leg in front of you is in a 90-degree angle. Inhale, strong back leg, keeping those muscles engaged. Exhale, coming to the side, warrior two, arms to the side, warrior two. Maybe coming into a reverse warrior here, reaching behind, left arm behind your lower back or on your thigh, maybe your shin, right arm points back. Inhale, coming back to plain warrior two. And then on your exhale, we're gonna follow our fingertips, right fingertips, as if somebody were pulling onto those fingertips, bringing our fingertips and our palm to the inside of our right foot, and left arm comes up, coming into a nice little bit of a side angle stretch. Bringing that left palm back to the mat. And then let's go ahead and come to readjust our left foot behind us so it should be straight. We shouldn't be in a curve anymore. Heel comes back to the ceiling. Walking out our right toes to the side of our mat. Both palms are still on the inside of our mat. We're just in a lizard pose. We're taking some nice deep breaths here, controlling your breath, Ujjayi, ocean breath. You can stay here if you feel like you need a little bit of a deeper stretch. Maybe your forearms reach down to the mat. If they don't, that's okay. Coming back to your palms, and then walking your right toes back to the center of the mat. Right palm comes to the opposite side of your foot, so the outer edge of your foot. Placing your left knee down onto the mat, straightening out your right leg, walking your palms closer to your fingertips are on the mat. Pointing your right toes. Let's just come into a little bit of a stretch here. So coming up, pointing your chin up, straightening out that spine. Inhale as we prepare. Exhale, belly button comes down first. When you can't reach with your belly button anymore, maybe your forehead reaches down to your knees or as close as you can go for a nice hamstring stretch. Coming back up slowly, bringing your palms out in front of you and bringing your right knee to meet with your left one. Let's come into a plank pose. Shoulders right above those wrists. Inhale as we prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. Modified is okay here if you need to put the knees down, keeping your elbows as close to your ribs as possible. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Walking out your dog here. Gaze comes to that belly button. Good. Right heel comes into a 45-degree angle as we prepare. Let's go ahead and do what we did on the other side now. Stepping forward with that left foot and out in front of you. Arms come up, warrior one on the left side of the body. Strong right leg, left leg in front of you at a 90-degree angle, bringing that right hip forward, warrior one. Inhale, exhale, warrior two, arms to the sides of the body. Having a strong warrior here. remembering to breathe ocean breath. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to follow our left fingertips as if somebody were pulling onto our left fingertips. And when we can't pull onto our left fingertips anymore, placing it to the inside of our left foot. Placing our palm to the inside of our left foot. Right arm comes up, extended angle pose on the left side. Maybe your gaze follows and looks up to the ceiling. Placing that right palm back to the mat, both palms to on the insides of your left foot. Let's go ahead and walk our left toes out to the outer edges of the mat. Lizard pose on the left side of that body. If you feel enough stretch here, you can stay here. If you feel like you need a little bit of a deeper stretch, maybe your forearms reach and come down to the mat. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, starting to come up gently. So coming back onto your palms if you were there. Left toes walk to center once again. Palms on both sides of your feet. Placing your right knee down onto your mat. Bringing your palms closer to you, straightening out your left leg, pointing your left toes. Inhale as we prepare, straightening out that spine, lifting up that chin. Exhale, belly button comes down first. When your belly button can't reach anymore, your forehead reaches down to your legs, to your knee as far as you can go. Opening up those hamstrings. The key here is to remember to breathe. Slowly starting to come back up and out of it. Palms placed down onto the mat, reaching with your left knee back to your right knee. And let's come into another plank pose here. Plank pose, shoulders on top of your wrist. Exhaling. We'll inhale as we prepare. Exhale, chaturanga, modified is okay here. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, lifting up that chin. Exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. Gaze to the belly button. Great job. Take about 2 more breaths here and then we'll prepare to do the other last few moves before Shavasana. Stepping forward, looking forward with the front to the front of your mat. Stepping, hopping, or walking to the front of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, straightening out that spine. Exhale, forward bend. Ragdoll here if you would like to for a moment. Grabbing onto both elbows, swaying from left to right, releasing tension in that neck, allowing your neck, your head, your body, your upper body, your elbows to sway like a rag doll. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, starting to come up. Urdhva Hastasana, inhaling up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands to the sides of the body. Wonderful. Just about done, you guys are doing such a good job. Inhaling, hands to heart center. Exhale, feet to the outer edges, your left foot comes out facing the side of our mat. Inhale, arms come up, bending our knees knees as if we were going to sit in that imaginary chair behind us. Feet are pointed slightly outwards, just slightly outwards. Bending our knees. Palms come to the center, elbows to the inner sides of the knees. Swaying from left to right, this is a yogi squat. Remembering your breath. Opening up those hips. Maybe closing your eyes. And framing your feet down onto the mat. Coming down slowly back onto your mat. And then let's come into bringing our feet out in front of us. Strengthening that core for just a moment here. So knees are bent, knees are about hip width apart from each other. Palms are to the sides of our body. Fingers are pointed to the front of the mat. Inhaling, straightening that back, keeping that core strong, straightening that back. Bending our knees. Half boat pose. Releasing, coming down. Inhale, coming up, half boat pose. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, coming up, half boat pose, keeping that core very strong. If you would like, maybe you release your palms and arms to the sides of your body, keeping them engaged. Strong spine, strong core. Shaking is normal here. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, coming up, half boat pose, straightening out those arms in front of you, keeping every muscle engaged. If you are okay here, you can stay here. If you would like, maybe you come into a full boat pose, straightening out your legs, keeping that core very strong. Exhale, releasing. Windshield wipering your legs, your knees from one side to the other. Massaging out that lower back, that spine. Good. Keeping your legs out in front of you, coming into a 90-degree angle, Dandasana Dandasana staff pose. Palms to the sides of your body. Pointer fingers are pointed to the bottom of your mat. Perfect. Inhaling, lifting up our belly button. Right, so lifting up our belly button. If it helps, you can bring your palms maybe about like 1 palm distance apart, so your pointer fingers are right behind your seat. Lifting up your belly button, reversed plank pose. Gaze looks up. Lifting up that heart just a little bit more, shoulder opener, heart opener. Exhale, releasing. Taking a deep inhale in, arms come up. Exhale, bringing your belly button close to your knee, and then forward bend. Placing your palms onto your hips, your thighs, your shin, or your toes, your feet. Coming into that forward bend here. Forehead comes down onto the knees if you can. If not, if you can only come here, that's completely okay wherever you are. Slowly, inch by inch, vertebrae by vertebrae, starting to come out of it. Placing our back gently down onto our mat. Happy baby. Peace fingers wrap around our big toes, elbows to the insides of our knees, rocking from left to right. Happy baby. Bringing our legs to the bottom of the mat, arms come to the top, reaching as if somebody were pulling onto our fingertips, pulling onto our toes. Big full body stretch here. And exhale, wrapping your arms around your knees, giving yourself a big hug. And then making any last movements that you would like to make. Any last stretches. And then coming into a Shavasana laying down pose. You did absolutely incredible today. Give yourself this time to be silent with yourself. Not controlling your breath now. Eyes are closed. Remaining in stillness, because a still mind is a still body. A still body is a still mind. Releasing all tension in your body. Releasing tension in those eyebrows, the jaw, the tongue, the arms, shoulders, fingers, legs, toes. Just a few more seconds in this position. Surrender for the moment. Being completely present in the now. Allow your body to be completely heavy now. With your eyes still closed, gently starting to roll over to the right side of your body. Giving yourself a big hug, thanking your body for bringing you through its practice today. And taking a moment to send gratitude to anything else you would like to be thankful for. With your eyes still closed, gently starting to come up, back into a seated, easy meditation pose. Straightening out your spine. Inhaling, rolling the shoulders up to your ears, rolling them back so they come to hug each other. On your next inhale, join me for one round of Om Shanti. Inhaling through the nose. Ah. sleep. Peace, peace, peace. Bringing your palms to heart center, bowing your forehead down. Namaste. You did absolutely incredible today. Palms up, open to receiving that pranayama, life force energy, love, all gifts from the universe. We're open to giving and receiving. Thank you. Namaste. And I can't wait to see you again tomorrow.